Me.
So Martha's all right.
Yep. Others weren't so lucky though.
Vamos continuar aqui o game. Deixa eu dar uma olhada aqui só na mensagem aqui. Lembrando que a última. Como é que eu posso dizer? Último vídeo. Último vídeo meu postado, a gente fez a transmissão da última parte. Voltei pra cá. Depois eu vou lá, dar obrigado. Que é a carta, né? Mesa de leitura. Tem coisas lá na mesa de leitura, então eu acho que eu vou logo lá. Sempre que tiver coisa na mesa de leitura é bom ir porque tem missão secundária, certo, gente? Então, como vinham comentando, o último vídeo meu aí. Vamos dar uma olhada aqui no meu equipamento, meus status aqui, né? Aqui tô com PV de 1874, ataque 262, defesa 161, atordoamento 262, bem parecido os dois. Beleza, tô usando aqui esse aqui para aumentar a experiência obtida e esse aqui para aumentar o ponto de habilidade. E o anel oportuno aqui, do foco oportuno, ele desacelera um pouco o tempo do contra-ataque, entendeu? Então dá pra você se esquivar de boa e dar o contra-ataque. Eu não vou tirar esse anel agora não. Vou ficar com ele aqui permanente. Deixa eu só dar uma olhada aqui se tem como eu aumentar mais, reforçar alguma dessas habilidades minhas aqui.
So, what it be?
Queria reforçar. Acho que agora não, acho que mais na frente a gente vai poder reforçar, mas agora não. Beleza. Vamos olhar aqui, carinha. Minhas leituras. Tem. Essa aqui é a nova. Do Otto. Uma maçã por dia. Um rapaz veio correndo do jardim com uma cesta de Marceles hoje. Estavam doces como mel e frescas como a brisa da manhã. Eu disse para mim mesmo que eu só ia comer uma, mas se ninguém dá ouvidos ao velho Otto, também eu não tenho que dar. Diga ao Nigel e aos companheiros deles que eles fizeram um ótimo trabalho. Teve uma época em que só se viu o Cid comendo as maçãs, apesar do gosto terrível que tinham, mas para ele o sabor não era importante, e sim o que elas representavam, nossa capacidade de sobrevivermos por conta própria. E olha só para nós agora, Cid, ficaria orgulhoso. Beleza. Curiosidade aqui, apareceu a cesta de maçã, que a gente não tinha. Tá aqui ela. Beleza, vamos conseguindo nossas curiosidades aqui devagarzinho. Eu acho que a gente tem que apertar o mapa. Não apareceu nenhuma caçada. Lembrei, a gente fez 3 caçadas, né? Matamos 6 inimigos. Referente a caçadas. Penhasco do Falcão, nós estamos aqui a... Não... Deixa eu colocar aqui o para-raios aqui. Esse aqui é bom. Melhor o para-raio. Vambora. Cara, tem inimigo pra caralho. Os inimigos aqui são meio amarrados, sim.
It's over. Fire and flame.
Explosão aérea para raio. Então.
Mockery of justice is what it is.
Quiet, you!
Jill.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all. For the
Of course, your lord.
No vídeo passado a gente pegou os 2 troféus relacionados ao poder do Akon do Ramon, né? Do raio.
There's barely
Ramon.
room to hide a bearer.
Then they must
E
be here
nesse
for
aqui a
something
gente vamos
else.
ver o que a gente pode fazer para pegar mais algum troféu.
You fancy dancing a gallows?
I ain't got much, but what's mine is yours, for a price.
Quantidade de geração de transcendência em 6 ao receber dano. Essa música essa é um cara, viu? Pensa esse negócio, cara, é música.
Keep to the roads now.
Aqui não tem missão secundária. Só a principal.
You seen it, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. At least I...
Was this the first time they visited the...
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. If only we were. I might have turned him in. That's a fair old scar you got there, by the way. How'd you get it?
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There've been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, the Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprit.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out.
Que venham pra cima, né?
Greetings, friend.
I know.
We couldn't help noticing those in...
Don't you go telling these strangers. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing. You are to leave Amber, and
May I at least ask what?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but the Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and it's just as swift. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the viceroy, this village will not become...
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosaria would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
Pra cá. Bora.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Ever since the apodatory, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The Mother Crystal's collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it.
Farewell!
Tem dois caminhos, acho que eu vou por aqui que é mais largo.
Nice try. More of my mother's men.
Fire and flame!
Subiu de nível. Subiu de nível 28. Eu só vim aqui. Não, tem que seguir reto ainda. Pra poder constar ali que eu passei por essa parte do mapa. Entendeu? Beleza. Poderia ir de Chocobo, né? É bem mais rápido mesmo.
Straight home now. Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia.
Era pra ter um minimapa, tá? Acho que era pra ter um minimapa, tá faltando. Eu tô sentindo falta desse minimapa.
Thanks, Gal. Too slow.
Muita coisa que eu quero curtir a pé.
Blood, Clive.
And still wet.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then, we owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again. I'll show you the true shield of Rosaria. tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordeal. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry. Find something, boy. Death.
Found her.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone...
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
Óculos de alvo ali. Não tem o que fazer não, vamos direto.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
Run like the wind.
No need to ride from here.
Didn't happen to come by way of Old Hill, did you? Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the docks just over there.
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
Nice try. It's over. Good girl.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better. That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Let us pass! My children are starving! Have mercy! Voice-ridden dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here!
More than enough for
Fuck off! Time to
chinless bastards! Those crystals belong to us all! I said, where were you, filth? Back to your sties! Cut you down where you stand! Destroy it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure, do you think it's safe?
As long as it is a...
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for. This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Not abandoned, then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out. Or not.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died. Huh? Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
We can speak inside.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye. The foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we. Make ready. This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
You are welcome to what little we have managed to salvage. As you wish, my lord. that be all? May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. This will allow us to wile the Black Shield.
How small
Small enough. Now that I have you and Lady Jill for company.
But until we arrive, that was your plan.
Sir Wade.
Very good.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we...
Não tem missão secundária. Só tô vendo a missão principal. Então vamos.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Look at me sideways.
Come along now.
The bastards are lucky I...
There they are. On your command, my lord.
What is it now? I told you!
We bear a message for the Viceroy. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame!
Tem certeza?
For Rosaria!
For Rosaria!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
Nice try.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their battles for them.
More dragons.
Worms. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, You have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You mean finish him?
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. We sent every last one of... Perhaps this will...
Perhaps she'll move.
And then... her feet... We back yet be there. For as long as the fire and her loyal subject...
So wait.
Think we... A sound.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always
always were fond of that scene from The Saint and the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster?
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us, then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days.
Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others. Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Typical nobles.
How did we never
There are
hear
new
about
billets
these
being
Guardians of
posted
Flame?
every day.
Clive!
Is something wrong?
It's Blackthorn. He ain't himself, and if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while. That normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up, but not this. Something's getting him down. And whatever it is, it's like he's lost his spark, you know? But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear, because he...
Fine.
I knew you'd done...
But if he doesn't want to...
All right, now, wait a bit.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Come to claim your just desserts? All done?
Clive! Here you go. Seen enough?
I could have sworn we had a few more. That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Callum.
First August. What's it got to do?
August was worried that something had been weighing on. I thought you might want to talk about.
I told you not to stick your nose in.
Clive just wants to help, innit? Talk to him. Please, mate.
It's not a sort.
Why don't you tell?
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level work. Light. Made my stuff look like every club. I should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. And now, if there, you got what you can.
All right. I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Didn't think anything could rattle him.
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Something tells me this is only going to go. If he has doubts, it will affect his work.
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Perhaps we should track it down for him, assuming you're happy to help that.
Too bloody right.
Glad to hear it. Karen, Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a leather cuirass.
And he ain't been himself since he saw it. So we thought we'd buy it for him.
Sorry, sold it. Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way he turned his nose up, but it was nicely put. Next sold it.
You don't know where we might find.
Like I said, you don't trust hunters, Nate.
I see.
He did tell me something. Apparently, he's
here. There's a griffin on the. Now where the.
Thank you, Karen. We'd be lost with.
At least you admit.
So, it sounds like going after that griffin might be the best chance we have of finding our roaming leatherworker.
I'll leave the hunting to you if you don't mind. While you get on with that, I'll ask around the markets.
Good idea.
Could have sworn we had a few more. Typical nobles.
day to you.
No use calling Ambrosia now. Ambrosia won't help me here. Not here. Ambrosia won't help me here. Let's go. Time to fight. Straight home now. Too slow. Ready, go? Run like the wind. Griffins don't exactly make for easy prey. Let's hope our craftsman hasn't bitten off more than he can chew.
Sharp.
It's over.
Is something there, boy? Could that be our man? Are you all right?
Dare say I'll survive. That griffin caught me before I could get an arrow off. Must have lost sight of me in the grass.
More likely than not.
The name's Camille. I'm a lowly leather worker, if you couldn't...
Not so lowly from what I hear. Do you remember selling to a merchant by the name of Karen?
She's not an easy woman. Bought a cuirass from me after I lost my buyer. Didn't stop her bartering me down to a... She sent you for a refund.
It's not her who sent me.
Well, consider...
You should be. He's a...
Blacksmiths are proud folk. It's a rare thing indeed for... And I dearly... Actually...
What is it?
Treated leather. Same stuff I used to make. If your man's as skilled as he sounds, he'll...
You sure?
Well, you did say, and thanks to you, I'll be going home with all the griffin...
In that case?
I'd be much... Right. You...
Will do. Hopefully this will sweeten Blackthorn's mood.
Monster's taken quite a liking to...
And with a bit of luck... How'd it go, Clark? Did you find him?
I found him. And he asked me to give you this.
You're joking.
He said he wouldn't teach you how to work it, but that if you were as skilled as you sounded, you'd have...
So that's his secret. Crafty bastard. He's layered and cross-grained it. Good few times, too. I wonder it. And that's no ordinary oil he's used to get that finish. Oh, this is fine work.
Yeah? I'll take your word for it. Just looks like leather to me. Here, Clive.
Camille, I believe.
I thought there ain't many leather workers in the realm daft enough to do their own hunting, see? And his name kept cropping up when I was asking around. Turns out he's from Tabor. And again, most... But our friend Camille guards a long-held family secret, the details of which are the subject of some debate.
Then we better keep this close to her.
Listen, sorry for putting the both of you to all that. Still, I'm glad.
That was the idea. Clive's idea.
It's good to have you.
Just don't expect me to go turning out work. There's a reason he does his own hunting. He knows exactly what hides to look for. And that's how he gets them to layer up. And I reckon I can make something about as good. Something a curse breaker will have no trouble caring for. Anyway, enough narrowing. I've got work.
Looks like we won't be needing a new blacksmith.
As if there was a better one out there. Right, now that... Thanks.
What do you need? What do you want? Don't waste my time. You ain't got the stuff.
monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen.
He's not a monster.